Good morning, folks. I'm Ian. This is Max. We're from Taulia. At Taulia, we do something very simple. We get small businesses paid early, and we make large businesses more profitable. So let's imagine for a second that Max here is a supplier to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a customer of Taulia's. And good news for Max is his business is up, orders are up, but one of his challenges is this. He's constantly chasing payment on his invoices so he can get the cash on board in order to buy the materials to satisfy the next order. Now, when he's ready to invoice, he jumps to the Taulia free vendor portal. He can submit his invoice here, so he can put in an invoice number, he can change invoice date. You can see we've pre-populated some of the stuff just for the demo, but he can change the description, quantity, etc. When he's happy with that, he clicks submit. We give him one chance just to review, make sure he's good with it, and he clicks submit. We take that data, we shoot it across to Coca-Cola electronically for Max. He navigates back to his invoices. So if we go to Invoices, My Invoices, to get him back to his list of invoices, we can see what he's already submitted to Coca-Cola. So it'll show up here in a second. Now all he can do at this point really is sit back and hope that Coke cuts him some slack and pays him earlier than the 60-day payment terms that they've agreed. Now the interesting thing is, Coke is thinking, you know what, why don't we pay Max early? This could be good. So let's explore that. Let's jump across to Coke's view of the world, which is SAP. What we're looking at here is Coke's SAP system, and it probably looks a bit strange, but what we see here is actually Taulia's certified add-on for SAP. So this is where the invoices actually come in. And so while we wait for that invoice to arrive, let's discuss why Coke would possibly want to pay Max early. Well, the answer is kind of simple. They'll pay Max early if they get a discount. Now, not just any type of a discount, but a dynamic discount, a discount that grows the earlier that they pay Max. So that will motivate them to pay him early. So what you should see, I think at the top there, we just saw the invoice arrive. There's a green light beside it, which means it's approved. It's passed all the business logic. As soon as that happens, Taulia takes care of making that available for early payment to Max. So let's jump back to Max's view of the world. So the portal, we see his list of invoices. We'll refresh. And what we should see here, if the demo gods are shining, we should see a Pay Me Early button here. Okay, let me just tell you while we're waiting for that to come back what's actually happening. So Taulia's vendor portal is hosted in the cloud for suppliers to get access to 24 hours a day. SAP is actually an on-premise tool, so we're talking between the two. So let's see if it shows up. Okay, so let's do this. It's not there yet. We click the Pay Me Early button beside one of the other invoices. So the goal here is for Max to get paid early. So what he can actually do here is select the date that he wants to get paid, not 60 days out. So he can play around. As he does that, a different discount amount will come up, and he can choose the discount and the payment date that suits him. So he clicks Submit. He's happy with that. That information shoots back to SAP, updates the payment process, and starts getting Max paid. Now what we have here, I'll just explain this quickly. We give Max a bonus feature, if you like, the ability to tell us to automatically accept early payment on his behalf. But we'll leave that for the moment. So let's just summarize. So Max is very happy, right? He's got an early payment on his invoice. He has a cash flow solution, if you like, for his cash flow needs. Coke's happy. They've improved the profitability of their supply chain. And to give you a sense of how good that looks for them, for every $1 billion that they spend, they can make about $1 million in saving. So this is pretty cool. It's leading edge stuff. It's called dynamic discounting. We've been doing it for over 2 years. We've made hundreds of millions of dollars in early payments happen for our suppliers in over 40 different countries. But I'd like to introduce something new right now, the Taulia Early Payment Network. And what that does is it brings the power of early payments to anywhere a business can create and submit invoices. So we've got 4 partners we're launching with: SAP, OB10, Tradeshift, and Billflow. And Tradeshift and Billflow are Finovate alumni. So let's jump and see it in action. So we're going to jump here. I think Max is going to jump to SAP's Biller Direct portal. It's a hosted supplier self-service portal. Similar set of invoices. Max decided to submit them here today, and he's got an early payment button, our technology embedded there. He can click the button, follow a similar process. So in a different portal, he can get access to early payment. Let's jump across to OB10 if we have it here. So OB10 is an electronic invoicing expert. Very similar process. Max submitted his invoices here. He's got a list of invoices. Early payment is available there. Let's jump to Billflow. So Billflow is a cash flow management solution for small businesses. Same process. Invoices submitted, technology is embedded right in there. So pretty cool stuff. Max can get his invoices, early payment on his invoices anywhere. What would make it cooler for Max? Well, if he could get early payment on all his invoices, right? So that's exactly what Taulia's Cloud Factor does, and we're launching that today. It lets Max and other small businesses get payment on all their invoices regardless of the customer. The way it works is this. We take all of Max's historical transactions, we crunch the data, analyze it, compare it to his peers, all the other buyer and seller transactions that we have on our portal. We take that risk profile we just created and match it to one of our third-party lenders and make him an offer. So let's see it in action. Let's pick a non-Coke invoice, a Media Owls invoice. We'll click the Pay Me Early button. Similar process, looks at the invoice, selects the date. I think we've got the 10th of May here. He clicks Pay Me Early. What happens there is we crunch all the data instantly and make him an early payment offer on this particular invoice. So a $1,000 invoice, he can get paid on the 10th of May, just a couple of days from now, for an $18.82 discount. So, pretty exciting stuff, right? We would claim that we're probably the only people in the world doing this, and it wasn't really possible 18 to 24 months ago because we weren't, for at least us at least, we weren't at scale. So, if you are a financial software provider who builds software to create and submit invoices, or you're a financial institution looking to make low-risk, high-return investments, please come and talk to us. Thank you very much.